Come on, join us, Joseph. You're behind the scenes getting us all ready to go with our 3 cameras today.
That's right.
So, you know, 1 wasn't enough. And 2 wasn't enough, so we had to have 3. So this is fun.
That's right.
So hello, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Thanks so much for joining us today. I love the astrology monthly videos. They are so much fun. We get to tell you what's coming. I get to plan my life. So very selfishly, I'm like taking notes. So thank you for tuning in today. And I want to make sure we introduce ourselves. I'm Dallisa. I'm the CEO and founder of Spirit and Spark. I am a 5th generation psychic medium, and I have an incredible team in our offices in Las Vegas, where we are based out of, but we have clients all around the world, which makes it a lot of fun. And I am joined today. This is really exciting. We've never had 2 astrologers that are, can I say that you're married?
Oh, yeah.
Secrets out if not. So this is our first time at Spirit and Spark. We have a husband and wife that work here, and so it's really exciting. And Joseph, you've seen on other astrology videos that we've hosted, but you may not know Jasmine, his wife.
Hello,
so
yes.
yeah, introduce yourself.
I'm Jasmine. I'm Spirit and Spark's new astrologer. I'm also a transmuter and a new earth healer, so I kind of work on the behalf of the collective consciousness to kind of vibrationally level you up and kind of get you on the right path and get stuff going for you.
So a client that may want to work with you could be somebody that's like, I know I need to change my life, I need to shake things up, and they want some direction and maybe where to go next. And so do you think that would be a good client?
I do,
Okay.
yes, definitely.
Perfect. Yeah, she'll look at your whole chart and she'll say things that you've never even heard of before, but she's great. So I'd highly recommend Jasmine and then her husband, Joseph.
That's right.
So you've met Joseph on other videos, but in case this is their first time tuning in, tell them what you do.
Well, how I like to refer to myself is I am a personal oracle. You've heard of personal trainers, getting you fit, and you know, when you're out of shape and you're just not feeling right, you get a personal trainer and they help you get back in shape and get you feeling right. Well, I'm a personal oracle. When you're just not feeling right spiritually, and you know you could connect to your higher self, you know you could connect to higher dimensions, but you feel that hole inside of you and you don't know how to fill it. Well, that's what a personal oracle's for. Come see me. I'll help you tap into your higher self, God, source, whatever you want to call it. I'm a spiritual leader. I'm a personal oracle. I'll take care of you. So come see me and we'll get you fixed up.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you use runes as well, and you cast those, and they've got sacred symbols on them. They both use astrology as a tool, but they go deeper than just your like standard astrology chart. So keep that in mind. They're great. I'd highly recommend either one of them or both of them. And you can find out more at spiritandspark.com. And before I forget, I want to mention 2 things. I want you to comment on the video and comment and let us know what is your astrological sign, your sun sign. So just comment, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Sometimes we have a lot of fire signs that watch us. Maybe we have a lot of earth this time. I don't know. We'll see. But comment and let us know what sign you are. And then the second thing is we have 10 spots with Jasmine and 10 spots with Joseph. And we're going to do the buy 30 minutes with either one of them or both if you want both. Buy 30 minutes with them and you're going to get 30 minutes for free. So it's only the first 10 spots for each of them though. So if you want to claim that, you're going to have to send us a private message. So you can send us a message on Instagram, on Facebook, or you can go on the spiritandspark.com website, click contact us, and you can send us a note that way as well. So want to make sure I threw that out there at the beginning because I think those 10 spots are going to go fast. So without further ado, the excitement is here and we are ready to go. Okay, so the astrological forecast for September. What do you think? Kind of when I was reading through this, it felt like lots of fun lists and organizing, and I'm like, oh yay,
sure.
Real sexy.
You're Gemini Sagittarius. I was just like, oh, are you kidding me?
This just feels like a boring month, but it's needed. And even in my own life, I'm doing it. and I'm not liking it, but I'm doing it. So yeah, what do you kind of think? We've got Labor Day obviously coming up.
That's right.
Do you feel like that's where we're gonna get this first kind of boost of?
Absolutely.
You were saying energy, and then
it's
not
gonna
so much.
It's gonna be a real like ramp up of energy because the Sun and Mars are gonna come together, and that's our high energy planets right there, guys. Like, so much energy comes from the Sun, as you all know, it's with us every day, and then Mars has so much energy too. That's one of the faster moving planets, so that one exerts a lot of energy. That's how you take action, that's how you direct your energy, and so those two are going to come together, and it's going to light us up with a lot of energy over the Labor Day weekend. So that's good, a lot of fun, a lot of happy times. But that is going to make us very tired on Tuesdays, so be prepared for that and look out for that. So don't overexert yourself too much to where you got to call in on Tuesday.
Yeah,
definitely. And it's, we were talking about it going into the video. The beginning of the month, we have this Virgo stellium. Mm-hmm. And what that's going to do is it's going to cause us to... The things that we love and this energy and all this stuff that conjunction of Sun and Mars have together, along with the stellium with Mercury and Venus right there, it's all this energy, but it's going to be directed towards what it is that you want in your life now.
Very true.
And that energy needs to be directed in that way. If you're doing stuff this weekend that is not meant for you to be doing, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna know. It's gonna hit you in the face. Things are just gonna keep going wrong. You're gonna be dropping stuff. It's not gonna work out for you. But if you're doing what you need to be doing and you're on the right path, you're gonna notice this weekend's really smooth. You have a lot of energy, and so this is a good weekend to kind of get a feel for how aligned with the stars are you. If this weekend goes smooth, if it's nice and you have the energy, and Tuesday rolls around and you're like, man, like this was a good weekend. I had a nice long weekend. I'm ready to get back into my job. I'm ready to go. Tuesday rolls around and you're tired and you're just like, oh, I don't want to wake up. I don't want to go to work. There's something not right in your life, and now's the time to use that Virgo energy to get it in order and figure it out.
So basically what you're saying is Tuesday's going to tell you everything about if you're on the right path and doing the things you're supposed to be doing, activating your life the way that the stars, the planets would like you to.
If you're feeling drained on Tuesday, it's the beginning. You're already drained. You need to take a step back, meditate, go within yourself, and figure out what is it in your life that's making you feel so drained. What's pulling the light from you that's not sending it back? And Tuesday will be a great example of that.
All right. Take your vitamins, your supplements, get some
drink
healthy
water,
sunshine.
Get that beach weather.
Wear your sunscreen this weekend.
Yes. All right. So Sun conjunct Mars. All right. Get ready, folks. Tuesday. That'll tell you a lot. Okay. So then we were talking about this Friday the 13th. Yeah, Friday the 13th of September, we have full moon in Pisces conjuncting Neptune. And so we've got some notes about this. So Friday the 13th is always kind of a fun day.
Yeah, it's kind of seen as a little bit of like a ooh.
Yeah.
But it's really not bad. 13 is a divine feminine number, so it's really getting called back to a sacred feminine energy that maybe has been lacking. The Virgo is known as the maiden or the angel, so kind of getting back in tune with some angelic kind of routines, super sorting your life. The universe is saying like, hey, let's go back and reorganize so that you can get things accomplished. And so that's what we kind of want to focus on with the full moon in Pisces, because it's going to be conjuncting Neptune. So a lot of those messages are going to come to you in dreams. They're going to come to you in symbols that Neptune works on a very fine, pristine frequency. So when it comes to us, it comes to us in dreams because our subconscious can't lie to us. And so when we get those, we really need to be paying attention on that full moon. What is our subconscious trying to tell us? What are these images trying to say? And what are the symbols trying to speak to us?
Perfect. Joseph's gonna, he's got a couple things going with the camera. Perfect. Okay, so let's talk about though the full moon in Pisces, because Pisces generally is more emotional, right?
Oh yes, our Pisces are sensitive. They're emotional, but they have a high tolerance for life, for experiences and everything. So they're a little bit more mystical and a little bit more magical than the rest of us. They are feminine consciousness kind of incarnate. So they have a lot of energy to get out there, and they are dreaming energy as well. So their superpower is imagination. If you can imagine yourself doing it, you can do it.
So what does that mean when the Pisces energy is then coupled with the full moon? Because is full moon like releasing that or activating that more?
Full moon is telling you to activate that. Your energy is filled up, and so your cup is full, it's running over, so you have that opportunity to get it out, to express it.
Okay, so it could be a good time then if you are wanting to do any kind of new meditations or energy work or sessions or anything that's kind of that mystical, magical feel.
It's going to kind of propel you into it.
Perfect. So then that full moon, the Friday, September 13th, would be a good time to really tap into all this energy that's going to be present for you. But just as Jasmine was saying, like pay attention to those symbols and your lucid dreaming and your daydreaming and that intuition, what's coming up to the surface that you need to really be aware of. So Friday the 13th.
Yeah, definitely. And it's, we had Jupiter go direct last month, and the last, or actually earlier this month in August, we're still there. So, but we had it go direct, and in the last couple of weeks, the mass consciousness, everybody has been experiencing blessings. Now, you might be watching this video and be like, are you kidding me? I haven't been receiving it. Well, that's Jupiter's blessings for you. Sometimes they aren't always sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes they're confusing and they hurt, but it's just finding the balance in life and what it is that helps you and what doesn't. And that's what Jupiter kind of showed us in its retrograde. It went direct, and now it's giving us those blessings. For me, I started working here. All my dreams have started to come true. And that's what this Pisces full moon is leading to, is these dreams that we've been building on are starting to come true and starting to be fulfilled. And now's the time to kind of explore new dreams. Figure out, okay, I've stepped into this place. Now that I'm here, what are my dreams looking forward? And that's what this full moon will be really good for, because you're full. You're completely full on the last couple months and the last couple years of all your dreams and everything, trying to fulfill them. Now's the time where they're starting to be fulfilled. And again, if it's not happening for you, that's you're not aligned with the stars. You need to find your center and find your path. And that's what we're here for as astrologers. If you have any questions, if you're feeling like you're not right on your course, come see us. We're here to help you get back on path, and so that Jupiter can bless you with these gifts and blessings. And the full moons will come around and you will feel full and complete and be able to let go going into the new moon, and you will get on the cycle of nature and you will be one with it all, and life will work so much easier for you. And that's what this full moon's about, is coming into yourself and realizing these dreams and realizing that a lot of them have already come true. And sometimes coming true is universe telling you no. So accept that and know that that's just not meant to be for you. You thought it was, but it's not, and that's okay. Move on, go forward.
I've got a note on my computer that says, no, yes, I've got something better. And so I know that there's always an answer to what we're wishing or dreaming for. And
exactly.
Sometimes the no is the blessing.
And I think the easiest comparison there is with relationships. I think there's so many times, like especially looking back on past relationships, where you're just like, you were so in the beginning so convinced that person was the one. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with this person. And then time goes on, and then you get to the point where you don't even want to be in the same room as that person. And that was your dream, and Jupiter came around and was just like, well, here they are. Here you have them, But it's not what you want, it's not what you need, and you're gonna see that.
Hindsight.
Yeah,
that's
always 2020, right?
Right. And just as a reminder, we mentioned at the beginning of the video, please comment, let us know your astrological sign. We'd love to know who's watching.
Who's watching? This is it Capricorns?
Yes.
Who's watching?
Are the Scorpios hiding and like?
Yeah, they're not gonna let us know.
Prove us wrong, Scorpios.
Prove us wrong. Speaking as a Scorpio, come on, guys, speak up.
That is so funny. And just as a reminder that if you haven't messaged us yet, you can message us on Instagram, on our Facebook page, or go to spiritandspark.com. Click the tab for Contact Us and shoot us a note to claim one of those 10 spots for Jasmine or Joseph. It's the buy 30 minutes and then you'll get 30 minutes for free. So it actually ends up being a 60-minute session. So yeah, but 10 spots, that's it. So 20 total. Okay, now we gotta talk about retrograde. Yeah, fun.
Fun. Don't fear the retrograde, guys. We have a lot of our outer planets in retrograde this month, and what retrograde means is that we need to review, revise, and redistribute. So remember the re's of retrograde. So when we have our generational planets in retrograde, we have Pluto, we have Neptune, we have Uranus, and we also have Chiron. That's on an outer planet, but
it's a comet, right?
It's a comet.
Okay.
Right. So when we have our generational planets in retrograde, that kind of means that we are going through a generational reset. There's going to be a redistribution of power. And so that means that the younger generations are going to kind of step up to the plate and say, all right, we're ready to do this. And you're going to kind of see your older generations kind of step back and be like, all right, I think I'm done. Not done, but I think I can relax now.
Maybe take like a back seat.
Take a back seat and kind of
passive.
sit back and collect. Yeah, more passive than that. And then, the other side of that is the activation of the younger generation to step up and be like, all right, we're ready.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing it in the world around us. A good way to define it is you see the memes, you see it all in social media, the boomers versus the millennials.
Yeah.
And right now we're at that stage where the boomers are fighting and trying to hang on to this control, and they don't want to let go of it. They want to stay in power. And the millennials are coming in that age now where they're saying, well, we appreciate what you guys did, but it doesn't fit in the world anymore. And the world is changing. When all these rules and regulations that govern the world were in power, we didn't have the internet.
Right.
Now we have the internet. So the world is changing, and we are experiencing that all around us. A couple predictions I have is we are going to see a big shift in the idea of nationalism and being loyal to a nation. And we will see this transition as these planets that are in retrograde, as we're rethinking and going through it. When they start to shift and moving forward is when we're going to start seeing these changes, and those changes will be with an idea of being a part of a nation. Isn't going to be, well, I'm here part of this nation to pay taxes to be a part of that nation. No, it's going to turn around, and nations are then going to provide dividends to the citizens and say, hey, come be a part of our nation, we'll give you $1,000 a month. Come be a part of our nation, we'll give you this. Be a part of our nation, and we'll give you this. And people are probably like, what in the world? How's that happen? Blah, blah, blah. There's no way that'll work. Well, it works once we have this idea and this knowing that our data is worth something. And we are all data and moving around the world. And as the world changes and data becomes more and more important, as of right now, I believe it's more important than oil. And we're in other countries killing people over oil. So to have this shift in the technology and the understanding that our data is worth something, we then can reach out to the world and say, hey, you owe me something. And that's the shift that we're gonna see, and that's that
Interesting,
that
yeah.
boomer versus millennial mentality of the boomer's gonna be all like, well, you want everything handed to you, and the millennials are just like, well, because there's so much out there,
Yeah.
we deserve it to be redistributed.
It's more of a let's work smarter, not harder
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing that we're trying to usher in.
Yeah, and you see it all the time where people are just like, man, kids today have it so much easier than I did. Isn't that the point?
Yeah, isn't that the goal?
Isn't that the point?
Mhm.
Is to make it life easier as we go, so that kids have an easier life, so that they are more free to think and be artists. Like my prediction is the next couple years we're gonna see us enter into another renaissance. We will see more artists, we will see more creation.
And it's already happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Interesting.
So
We will see how the days turn and and everything starts
That's
moving. One thing I do know for sure, 2020 and 2021 are going to be like nothing we've ever seen. So get ready.
yeah.
Huge
shift.
Huge shift. Everything is going to change, I believe.
Shift.
Get
Holy
your,
shift.
Get your shift ready.
Okay, but then we have Saturn, our buddy,
Yes.
is going direct on September 18th. So
Yeah, so it'll be the first of the generational planets to kind of come back and go direct. And that's happening at 13 degrees. So that's the second time we're seeing 13 happen. So again, that divine feminine number, calling back to the goddess and getting back to some divine feminine features that we have lost, that have fallen asleep over the ages. Getting back to that. And so with, and that's going to happen in Capricorn, the sign of Capricorn. So with it going direct, that means it's going to rejoin with Pluto here soon. And with those two planets together, those are your powerhouses. That's willpower. And in the sign of Capricorn, that's getting stuff done. And so it's going to be a great time. The 18th is when we'll feel that. And so really on the 19th is when you're going to feel the effects of that. And it's going to be a lot of powerful energy, guys.
it's a good month to get stuff done.
Good month
Yeah.
to get stuff done.
And we talked about Jupiter going direct earlier, and the gifts that it brought. Well, Saturn going direct, that's going to bring the lessons. You're going to get what you deserve this
Yes.
month. That could be good or it could be bad, depending on how you've been. How aligned are you?
Yes.
You're going to get what you deserve, and the world's going to get what it deserves. And like you were saying, this divine feminine that we're seeing has been in the shadows for the last age of Pisces. Our belief system has all been based on worshiping the Father, but you can't have creation without divine masculine and divine feminine. Mm-hmm. So there's a hole in our belief system where the divine feminine has just been in the shadows, and nobody pays attention to it, and they don't want to go into the darkness to find it and bring it out and find that nurturing love and compassion that is divine feminine. Mm-hmm. And I believe we're seeing it in the world with the Me Too movement, all this stuff. Divine femininity is coming back, and the people who embrace it are going to be the ones who evolve. The people who deny it are going to be the ones left behind. And we're at that point with Saturn going direct. It's saying, look, pay attention to your divine feminine. Pay attention to this energy that's within all of us, be it if you're a man, if you're a woman. Mm-hmm. Pay attention to this plane of creation that is divine feminine. You cannot have creation without the feminine energy of matter. We are feminine energy, and Saturn going direct is going to show us that for sure.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
I'm glad it's going direct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It'll
like
be
when
good.
they.
Yeah. It'll be good, and like I said, for the people who've been in tune and align themselves and flowing with the stars rather than against them, it's going to be a very positive month with a lot of push forward, where a lot of these things that you felt were never going to happen are
Yes.
finally going to start happening.
Yes.
But that goes also to the polarity of, if you aren't in line, things are going to start going south really fast.
And that's a question that I've been getting a lot lately from Capricorns, is I've been putting so much energy and so much time and effort into these projects, is it worth it? Are they going to come to fruition? And the thing that I've been liking to tell these people is, it's like when you're hiking. Capricorn is the mountain goat. So when you're hiking all the way up this mountain, and it's tiring, it strains on your muscles, you get thirsty, and you kind of halfway up there, you're like, man, can I make it? But yes, you can. When you get all the way up to the mountaintop, you get to see the view, and it makes it worth it, and it makes it beautiful, and it makes the experience kind of come to a full circle, and you get exactly what you manifested. So yes, my answer to that is Capricorns and anybody else who has projects going on, keep moving forward. It's worth it. It's going to make those dreams come to fruition, I promise you.
Yeah.
Well, because we've had a summer filled with retrogrades.
We did.
And so now it feels like we're entering September, and everything we've been kind of fine-tuning and massaging out and working toward, that if we've been doing that work all summer, that now September arrives, Saturn arrives and says, now let's bless you for all of the work you did this summer, is how I'm interpreting it.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
okay.
definitely.
As you know, September is the harvest season. So if you've been planting those seeds, you will reap what you've sown.
Okay, perfect. September 23rd, the sun enters Libra, which is entering a different sign.
Yes.
So we're in Virgo at the moment. We're going to go into Libra September 23rd. So what does that mean?
So that's the vernal or the fall equinox. So day and night are going to be equal at that time. So that's going to be another redistribution of balance. And that day for sure is going to be a great day to bring things into balance, to kind of weigh what is serving you and what's not serving you anymore. Is it serving not only you but your partner, the people that you share your life with? And if the answer is yes, then move forward, keep going. But if the answer is no, then we need to really go inside of ourselves and kind of see what it is that's still blocking us at this point, because we need to come back to harmony. We need to come back to balance, and that's what Libra's lesson is.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's definitely, and then having the equal day and night, we're going to see that big shift of, the night owls versus the morning people.
Yes.
The morning people, these summer sunshines, it's now time for you to start going into your resting phase and kind of start spending more time indoors, and summer's over. It's time to go in and get ready for winter. Now for people like myself, who's more of a winter bug, I could already feel myself coming alive, where all this summer it's just like I can't get enough sleep. It's just like it's too hot. I'm ready for summer to be over. So I'm ready for this energy shift. I'm ready for that day and night to swing over, where the nights start to be longer than the day, and we will really see that shift in energy, where the stuff that is presented out to everybody is going to start taking a step back, and we're going to be spending more time in what's inside here. Who is this person that I've become? And I don't necessarily want to show the world yet. I want to learn more about me. And that's what that period's going to be about, is going from external world and what's happening outside of you to what's happening within you. And again, that goes into the winter phase of, we have the summer and the winter where the sun is up high and the days are longer than the nights, and you have all that where it's a lot of external world, a lot of stuff's happening around you. Your kids are outside of school, they're around you all the time. You're consumed with the outside world. In the winter, you're gonna have a lot of time to yourself. And this day, this 23rd, with the sun going into Libra, shows that shift. It's that opposition of Aries and Libra.
Yes.
So.
Perfect. All right, September 28th, new moon in Libra, opposing Chiron in Aries. That's a mouthful. So what does that mean, September 28th?
So that's going to be an excellent day to, like we've been saying, to go inward and kind of talk to your inner child. That's a great day to be nurturing to your inner child and talk to them like you are a child. Like, what do you need? What can I do for you? Do you need this? And see what it really is that that part of you is searching for, is seeking for, so that you can give it to them. And so when we do that, when we nurture our inner child, we're activating a healer within ourselves. And that's what Chiron is. Some people call it the sacred healer, some people call it the wounded healer. Either way, it's a healer. So when we have Libra, a moon in Libra, moon is the nurture, it's the mother. So when we have that in opposition, it's really trying to get us to bring those two aspects into balance, nurture and heal, so that we can move forward and heal humanity as a whole.
Interesting. Does that Libra, so new moon in Libra opposing Chiron and Aries, because there's Libra energy and Aries energy there, do you find that energy then affects more the Libras and the Aries? Or is that just a way to paint the picture, but it's going to affect everyone?
It's definitely going to affect everyone, but I would say that your Libras and your Aries are going to have that extra pull from it, that extra feeling and energy that's going to come from it, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anytime the moon transits through your sun sign, so it's like for me, whenever the moon goes through Aquarius, for Jasmine, whenever the moon goes through Scorpio, now it's the moon going through Libra with the new moon. So yes, it's definitely going to affect the Libra suns because of the conjunction that's happening there. What that's going to do is, like Jasmine said, it's about going in and talking to that inner child. Like I was talking about before, the day and night, the nights are going to start getting longer. Well, you have that divine masculine and divine feminine. Divine masculine being the day, divine feminine being the night. The night's getting longer, which means we are going to have more time in the womb, more time healing ourselves, more time with ourselves. And what you need to do in that time is spend it with your inner child. It's like any of us who have kids, we know it's exhausting, but we know, like, when we're done with work and everything, we need to spend some time with our kids. And that includes your inner child. Spend some time. Let that inner child know that you got this, and he or she is safe and protected to dream and dream big. And then ask that child, what is this dream? What is this thing that you want to achieve?
What do you want, little kid? What do you want?
What's going to make you excited like a little kid again? What's going to get that?
And don't be afraid if it's simple. That inner kid, like, kids want simple things, so it doesn't have to be this big job and all this money. It could just be, I want this candy bar once a week. I want that. It could be so simple, and it's just nurturing that little kid. Kids are simple, and they want simple things. They don't want the big complex. That's your ego. That's your ego trying to get all that stuff. No, find what the inner kid wants, because that's going to be simple.
Yeah, so they're going to lead you to a fun life.
Fun life. We like fun, childlike life.
That's how it should be.
That's perfect. So we talked about this month being, the receiving of all the work that you've done, getting what you deserve, in other words.
Yes.
We've talked about balance. Of course, we're always healing and working through emotions, but it feels like this month is going to be really taking that next step forward of all the things we've been working on, because a lot of you have been going through some stuff this summer, and I'm sure you're ready for things to start moving forward. And we appreciate you commenting on what sign you are, and remember to send us the message if you want one of the sessions with them, the Buy 30 Get 30, and go to spiritandspark.com. I'll just turn it over to you both one more time if there is any last final thoughts you have on September, and then hopefully they'll redeem and do the sessions with you so you can get to know our audience better. So what are your final thoughts for September?
I get that 13 keeps popping in my head, and 13 nets to a 4, and that number is structure through discipline. I know that's not a fun phrase to say, but it's true. So for those of you that might feel tired on Tuesday, for those of you that might have a little bit more work to do, remember that discipline doesn't need to mean something negative to you. Discipline means freedom, because once you have gone through that and you've learned your structure and you've learned your system, you're free. So don't let that discipline, that structure through discipline, scare you. It's there so you can take stepping stones into freedom.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, and it's You know, the big one for me is Saturn going direct, and we're gonna get what we deserve. All around the world, we are going to see things happening where we're just like, man, like, and it's gonna be a shock to some people, but people have had their eyes open and seeing what's happening in the world. We're gonna know, like, man, like they deserve that. We deserve this, and you know, I'm really pushing for the positive side of movement. Now, of course, polarities, you're gonna have negative sides, but the people who are in a line with themselves and in line with the planet and in line with the stars, the shift's not gonna be rigid and hard. It's gonna be smooth and flow like water. So that's nothing to worry about. But what I'm talking to is the people that it's not easy right now, and it seems frustrating and it seems hard, and you cannot figure it out. Come see us. We have this 10 spots, 30 for 30. We're giving you, 60 minutes for the price of 30. We want to help you get through this and understand where it is that you're missing. What aspect in your chart is not aligned to where you could feel this flow. You're gonna get what you deserve. Let's make sure that's good things.
Yeah, let's make sure it's good things. Well, thank you so much for everybody for tuning in today, and we will catch you on the weekly videos that they will bring to you. So make sure you share those with your friends, your family. I think the more we know about this stuff and what's coming, we can use that energy to our advantage. So Thanks for tuning in. We will see you at spiritandspark.com. All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.